Daniel, I love it when a guest sits down, as you just did 25 seconds ago, and said, "Is this live?"
Yeah, sorry.
It is live, Daniel.
And I'm
it
happy
is
to
live.
be here.
We're happy to have you here. Your business has grown from really zero in 2004 to where it is today, more than 1 billion of these wonderful little bars and other snack foods sold. But you have a mission that goes with this business. Why is the mission, the charity, the message of the business as important as the money of the business to you?
It's important to me and to our team because it gives us meaning, and because in this world we are very much capitalists. We want to make money, but it's just so much more fun when you can do well and do good, and given the problems that exist in society, when you can find ways to use market forces to make this a better world. But for the business impact, I think the reason we've done well is not our social mission. Unlike other social entrepreneurs, I feel that it tastes delicious, that it's healthful ingredients, and that's what drives our business.
You've got to have a good product to be able to pursue any kind of social mission.
Exactly.
Your background is very interesting. Born in Mexico, you grew up in Mexico City first 15 or so years of your life. You come to the United States, you go to college, you go to law school, you practice law, you become a clerk, you then go to work for McKinsey. How do you go from that to this?
Yeah. First of all, my background is even more confusing because I'm a confused Mexican Jew that ended up immigrating and loving America. But my father was a Holocaust survivor, so that also has informed a lot of my perspective and my desire to build bridges between people. And then McKinsey and law were only little stints for a few months. I didn't end up
But how do you go from that to making healthy snacks?
The first bridge was, I was very passionate about using business as a force for connecting people. So I created a company called Peaceworks that uses market forces to get neighbors in conflict regions, Israelis, Palestinians, Egyptians, Turks, to trade with one another.
That's what you wrote your college thesis about.
That's right. And then it ended up food became the language that we spoke in those ventures, because we ended up creating food ventures, and after 10 years of a lot of mistakes, because again, I didn't know what I was doing as a lawyer with all the background you described. After the mistakes, we learned from the mistakes, launched Kind, and then Kind took off.
What was the biggest mistake you made on this journey to create Kind, the fastest growing snack brand in the country?
Focus. I mean, I made a ton of mistakes, but one of the biggest one was that I was just trying to be everything to everybody. When I was doing Peaceworks, we wanted to ventures all over the world, be in every store regardless of the type of store it was, have products of all types, appeal to every consumer, and we were diluting our efforts and our energy and end up becoming nothing to nobody.
What makes a great product?
What Kind does is that it really understands what it is, it understands what the brand stands for, and every single time you interact with it, our hope is that we're always proving that the brand stands for what you believe, that it's a nutritionally rich product, that we keep our Kind promise, that the #1 ingredient in our products is always something nutritionally dense, that it's always delicious, that you can count on us to always have a commitment to excellence.
I'm going to take you away from food and entrepreneurship, and I'm going to deposit you in the middle of politics.
Okay.
You were born in Mexico.
Yeah.
You came here, immigrated, you became a U.S. citizen a couple of months before 9/11.
Yeah.
Immigration and Mexican immigration is an issue.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it.
Well, I mean, I'm enormously proud of what America has afforded me. I was talking to somebody earlier how at least immigrants like I particularly appreciate what we have, because we don't take it for granted. And the entrepreneurial system, the meritocracy, the free market system, rule of law, free press, these are things that we should not take for granted and we should really, really build on. And I think immigrants are how we build this nation. I'm very, very proud. I'm very honored and grateful for what America has provided me, and I want to help make sure that we maintain that system that's a meritocracy that allows anybody those opportunities.
Do you think immigrants and immigration have gotten a fair shake in the context of this campaign?
I definitely think that people doing politicking and thinking about how to get to a particular place rather than taking a stance on what's good is the wrong path. And I definitely think that what I admire in leadership, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, I'm an independent, but I love people that put America first and they think about not how to just pander and be demagogical, and they just think about the long term.
The play Hamilton, which my colleagues know I'm obsessed with, one of my favorite lines is, immigrants, we get the job done. Of course, Hamilton was an immigrant, and so was, well, Lafayette was not an American guy. Daniel Lubetzky, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a
Appreciate
pleasure.
you being with us. He's the CEO of Kind Snacks, and CNBC and Inc. magazine are presenting the iconic conference in Boston today. It is the biggest of names and successes in startups.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.